Ethiopian migrant workers and refugees in Yemen said that over 350, mainly Ethiopian migrants, have perished in a fire that occurred on March. There have been graphic videos circulating of piles of countless badly burned bodies inside the detention facility. More than 170 were confirmed to have treated injuries for burns. This all occurred at the Yemeni Immigration Authority compound in the capital city of Sana'a. A Yemeni-based journalist put the number as, on the first day, 450 people losing their lives, and then the next day, 62 people losing their lives due to their wounds. There are potential deaths due to seriousness of the degree of burns the victims sustained, and they did not receive any real aid or attention. This is crazy. Most of these victims are of Oromo ethnicity. This is horrible. They put 900 people in a room that was capacity of 300 or even less. You see pictures right now. The Yemeni authorities, on the other hand, do not want to say the truth about how many people lost their lives, and are still citing 30 people, which is a lie. They are also referring to it as a fire accident, which we both know isn't the truth, and I'll be telling you what happened right now by somebody who's actually there. It all began 1 month ago when the immigration authorities started arresting Ethiopian migrants under the pretense that they didn't have papers. Although some didn't have papers, even the ones who did have papers were arrested and rounded up. They were eventually transferred to the detention facility in Sana'a, but did not before have been sent to Aden, handled by the Saudi-led coalition. The Yemeni government, which is based in Aden, started asking them to pay 70,000 Yemeni riyals, which is equivalent of $279 US, and the ones who didn't have the money, instead of being let free to go back to Ethiopia, were then detained by the Houthi-led government in Sana'a. That's where they were transferred to. Once inside the detainment center, they started asking to be repatriated home. They wanted to go back home. And guess what? They were not allowed to go back home, which is horrible. Why not? So because of that, they then staged a hunger strike to protest the ill treatment and put pressure on the Houthi-led government of Sana'a to let them go home. Let them go home. The Houthi militias were sent in to intimidate the prisoners into ending the hunger strike, but the prisoners refused to respond to the militias' presence and demands and got held up by their wings. There were attempts to recruit refugees to fight on the front with the Houthi, and of course they declined. The fire resulted from the Houthi elements throwing bombs on the detention center after those inside refused to respond to the Houthis and go to the fronts. The fire consumed the entire hangar before the militias agreed to open the gates to allow prisoners to leave. What the hell? The militia responded with opening fire at the gates and throwing grenades inside the hangar to force prisoners out, which initially resulted in death of 2 prisoners. The situation escalated when blankets and other inflammable inside the hangar caught fire, quickly spread through and those locked. More than 350 prisoners lost their lives, mainly Oromo Ethiopians. The fire had consumed the entire hangar before the militia agreed to open the gates to allow prisoners to leave. This is evil. And of course, the government itself is saying everything, the cause of the fire is unknown. Meanwhile, people who were there are saying everything that happened. Can you see how this goes? They always try to hide it. This is not the first time the human rights abuses against Ethiopian migrants by the Houthe Rebels were registered. This also happened in August 2020, April 2020, where they used COVID-19 as a pretense to kill dozens of Ethiopian migrants close to the Saudi border. This is evil. And then a lot of them, when they get to Saudi Arabia, are put under hellish conditions because they're also detained there. So my advice to my people, please, my Ethiopian people, please, do not go that way anymore. Do not go to Yemen. Do not go to Saudi Arabia. You see how these people treat us. You see how these people look at us, man. We need to find a better way. You guys want to migrate? Come to West Africa. Come to West Africa. Come to West Africa. We will take care of you. I understand you guys want to go to the West, but come to West Africa. We're growing, man. We will take care of you because we don't need all these people, all these Arabs to be doing this to you. Man, we family, we Africa, man. This is ridiculous.